welcome back. Today I've done my brows for you. If you're interested in seeing how I did my brows, please stay tuned and I will show you step by step how to get this brow. If it's not for you, however, just keep scrolling because we don't do the negativity here, okay? All right, see you guys soon. I'll be using a brow pencil, but for you, you can use any pencil, any powder, any brow gel, brow pomade, whatever it's called. You can use anything for your brow. Whatever it is you have, you can use it. You don't need to get the specific product that I'm about to use or any products I'm about to use. You get what you can A, afford, and B, works for you. So with that said, I'm going to be using the MAC brow pencil in the color Stud. Stud is my favorite brow pencil and shade ever, simply because I love the formula of MAC. They make your brows look so good when they're done, and it's easy to work with. The reason why I like Stud, specifically that shade, is because you can make it lighter or you can make it darker. If you want it darker, you just press a little harder. If you want it lighter, you just press a little lighter. And that's what I like about Stud. So ever since I've been doing makeup, Stud has been a reoccurring product in my everyday makeup and my kit. So now I'm gonna use that to outline my brows. As you can see, my eyebrows, okay, the lady, she got a little happy. She fucked up this eyebrow. This eyebrow is my favorite right now, okay? So we're gonna have to fill in where she messed up so that this eyebrow can match that eyebrow. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. So first I'm gonna outline my brows. By outlining my brows, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw, well, I'm basically gonna fill in a straight line on the bottom and a straight line at the top. So I'm drawing under it, like in a straight line, however my brow grows. That's how I like to do it. So I'm filling in the bottom, creating a kind of a line under here. I don't know if you can see that. Just the bottom. My struggle area, however, is more the inner part, because I don't like it to be too like blunt. I like it to be soft on the inner part. So that could be a little tricky, but I'm gonna show you how I make it work for me. And I fill in. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me how my brows are when I'm filling them in. They can look crazy as hell and just like super thick, but I prefer to do it that way and then go back in with the concealer and then clean it up how I want it until it really shapes the brow. Fill in mostly the tail first because that's the part I want it to be super like, you know, bold. I like the from the arch to the tail. I like it to be When I get in here, I'm barely touching my brow, barely. So I'm doing like short strokes in here, but I'm barely touching. I don't know if you can see that it's a lot less dark than over here, because over here I'm really like pressing the pencil onto my skin so I can get a very opaque consistency. So yes, that's what we're doing. And this brow is okay for now. Go do the other brow and come back and see what it is I need to do to make them both look the same. So here, same concept. You just fill in. Here is where she messed up, so I'm gonna fill in there. Under here needs a little bit more work because I need for it to be not look weird when I'm done, okay? Because the fact that there is no hairs there, it can be a bit challenging. And yeah, I just look like I have a one-line eyebrow. So I'm gonna fill in the top where I have no hairs because the lady came up way too hard. there are places that need, like where my hairs are, that I really need to be dark. So I'll go back and forth with the pencil. The only place I want there to be fake brow hairs is on the front. So up here from the arch back, I just need for it to be a consistent color from the arch to the tail. So I will go back and forth just to get more color and blend better the hairs, because you can always tell where there's hair because it's darker. So I want the top part of my brow where I have no hair to be darker, so I just go back and forth with my pencil to make it darker. When I do my eyebrows, after about a week, I get bumps around there. I don't know why, but I do. So sometimes when I get the bumps, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of makes my, when I do my pencil, it makes it look kind of weird. So in order to make it less weird, I have to do the same thing with the pencil, back and forth over the bump, just to blend it. Or else it's just gonna stand out. And again, for the inner part, barely touch it. But I'm going to use concealer. For today's look, what I'm going to be using is the NYX, what's it called? Conceal Correct Contour Concealer Palette. Okay. For my eyebrows, honestly at this point it really depends. Am I going to be doing a natural look? If I'm doing a natural look, as in no eye makeup, just my face, foundation, that type of thing, then I would use a concealer that is about 2 shades lighter than my skin, and I would use it for the top part and the bottom part of my brows. However, if I'm doing a look that is, I guess, if I'm doing my brows and it's followed by an eye look, or I'm going to do an eye look, then I like to do it lighter on the bottom because I like that highlight. So basically 3 shades lighter than my skin, I would go to the top, and maybe 4 shades lighter, I'll go to the bottom. You do not have to do this. Again, this is how I do it. You can do it however it works. I wouldn't necessarily do it that way on a client. When I do a client, I gauge, I guess, the look that we're going for and their skin color, you know. So you don't have to do it that way because I'm doing it that way. I'm using this guy right here. As you can see, it's the most used one out of the palette. So I'm using him for the bottom part of my brows, because I'm probably going to do an eye look after this. Outlining the brow where I want it to go, like how I want my brow to be, the thickness. So I'm getting as close to the line that I made, because on the bottom I make the line precise. I make it where I actually want my brow to start. You know, so go right up under there with the concealer and outline it. Done, I like to go back under and like pull the concealer down, making it easier to blend out. Basically at the end, I'll go back over and I would fix whatever problems I may have made, or any errors I may have made. I'll go back and correct them. The brush that I was using to outline my brows was this Real Techniques detailer brush, and now I'm going to use this Morphe M173 to blend out. concealer palette. Only this time I'm going to be using this shade right here. I'm going to be using this shade this time for the top of my brow. And I'm going to do the same thing I did for the bottom of my brow to the top of my brow. So I'm going to outline, and then I'm going to pull it up, and then I'm going to blend it out with the M173. My brow, and then I would sometimes go back in here and just like I guess clean up in here, help it to blend out a little bit, and that's my brow. I'm going to do the same thing I did with this brow on this brow. So again, I'm going to take the lightest shade and outline the bottom of my brow, and then I'll take a darker shade and outline, well, not darker than me, but darker than the first shade that I used. I'm going to use a shade that is about 2 to 3 shades lighter than me on the bottom, and at the top I'm going to use one that's either 1 or 2 shades lighter at the top, and that's how we do it. And like I said, you go back over at the end to fix whatever problems you may have, or whatever mistakes you may have made. Me, I just like to go back in and outline the outside of my brow. Basically it for brows, guys. Like, it's really just that simple. So I'm gonna go finish my face and come back so you can see what my brows look like when they're completely done with. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and leave me a comment down below of what you liked about it and what kind of look you'd like to see next. See you guys soon. Bye.